Hi, I'm Steve with Safety Speed Manufacturing here in the Safety Speed Demo Center, talking about our SR5UA vertical panel saw router and V-grooving machine that's intended for V-grooving applications on ACM panels, along with cutting any sign substrates, plastics, PVC, thin metal, wood, all of that's possible on this machine. But it's really geared toward ACM fabrication shops and sign shops trying to improve their productivity. The basics of the machine is it's a 10-foot frame, a 5-foot vertical cutting height, so 64 inches vertically. We add on the lower frame extensions on both sides for those longer 12 to 16-foot ACM sheets if you're doing higher production. The maximum thickness of cut on our machine, similar to the other models we have, is 1 3/4 inches. The accuracy guaranteed from the factory is 1/64 of an inch. And let's just run through some of the basic features here. All of this is standard equipment other than a vacuum, which would complete the dust kit that's included. So we have a backer board, which fills in a gap behind where the saw blade travels. And what that does is applies a little bit of support behind more flexible panels so they're not vibrating in that opening. And that's held in place by these embedded magnets. That pops in and out easily. We also have a hold down bar. So every horizontal member of the frame has one of these fingers that's applying pressure to your panel, holding against the frame. We have lower material clamps here, these toggle clamps on both sides. We also have a midway fence. That's a removable shelf halfway up the frame. And we also have clamps. So when you're using that midway fence, you still have that clamping power. The dust kit is included on the midway fence as well. On the left side here, we're showing our sliding stop, and that can be on either side, right or left. We also have these flip stops. So if you're doing repeat cuts at certain lengths, you can set those and not have to measure every time, speeding up your application. We also have the quick stop gauge mounted lower on the frame for full-size sheets, and that's on the left and right side of the frame. And then we have the interchangeability. So we have a panel saw on there now. This worm drive motor is intended for 3 to 5 hours of daily use, so it's a little bit heavier duty than our Milwaukee model. That interchanges with a 3 1/4 horsepower router motor, and that'd be for your V-grooving applications on ACM. And I'll show you that interchange here. We just unlock the power, take off the dust tube, have the 2 pins on top that we unscrew. And that pops off. There we go, and we have a locator pin on both these carriages, so it's always cutting on that same line. Now we do include 2 measuring tapes on the midway fence. You can see that mounted on the red anodized base here. And a reason for that is you have one for the router, one for the saw, so you're not always resetting your tapes. The depth adjustment on your Milwaukee router here is all right in front of the operator. So to make that adjustment, we've got a knob here. This releases the router and then adjusts based on the thickness of your ACM when you're doing your V-grooving. Let's lock this in. Again, the dust kit's included. Let's lock in the power. All right, and that's the basics of the machine. If you have any additional product questions, call your Wensco sales rep or go to wensco.com.